Sri Bhagavan instructs again and again that you are the self. What is truly the meaning of this? He and the Shastras declare that the self is of the nature of Satchidananda, being, consciousness, bliss. The Upanishads speak of Brahman as Satyam Shivam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, the true, the knowledge, the infinite. And go on to describe such as unborn, imperishable, unconditioned, without change, without multiplicity, devoid of bondage, free of illusion, and so forth and so on. And then they say of this Brahman, I am Atma Brahman. The self is Brahman. And Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. And by way of instruction, Tattvamasi, that you are. What does it mean? You are the self, you are Brahman. Is it to be thought that you, as a limited embodied individual entity, are Brahman? Or rather, does it mean that you in your real existence, bodiless, mind-transcendent, egoless, birthless, deathless, changeless, pure existence, are Brahman? When it is said that the knower of Brahman becomes Brahman, the knower of the self is the self. Is it to be conceived that the individual, the separated mind, becomes the Brahman self? Or rather, does it mean the one solitary knower of the nature of pure, infinite, unalloyed, undifferentiated consciousness realizes the knowledge and is what is realized? When the truth is declared that you are the eternal, you are the infinite, can it refer to a body? Can it refer to the senses? Can it refer to the collection of thoughts constituting the mind? Can it possibly refer to any individuality whatsoever? Or rather, does it refer to pure existence? free of the least notion of particularization, individuality, or any kind of differentiation. When it is declared that the real nature of the jiva is the Supreme Self, is it to be construed that the individual somehow is the Supreme Self too, maybe part of it, or something similar? Or rather, does it mean that right where in imagination, in ignorance, jivatva, individuality, was imagined, there exists only unqualified, undivided, absolute being? Similarly, when the Shastras declare that all this is Brahman, does it mean all the objects are somehow Brahman? The same scriptures declare the universe to be an illusion, completely unreal. Are they contradicting themselves? No, that's not possible. Rather, does it mean just where one thinks, one perceives an externalized world, a differentiated universe, there actually exists only one undivided Brahman, the vast absolute existence. When it is said that all this is illusion, is it to be supposed that illusion actually exists? Or is the intention in the statement something far more profound, in which illusion is impossible? Again, similarly, when the Maharshi declares that the eternal self is now also, is it to be supposed that the illusory now moment perpetually repeats itself indefinitely? Or rather, does it mean the eternal exists always, without past, present, or future? And that alone exists. In short, we should understand and not misunderstand. To understand clearly, you must know yourself. What is yourself? The not-self will not be able to realize it, for such is inert and actually unreal. Self-knowledge is self-luminous and is in and for and by the self alone. Inquire as to your nature. Start with your very sense of existence and inquire to determine what in truth that is. Since it is evident that you cannot be a thought, the inquiry should be mind transcendent right from the beginning. Who am I? Turn inward in quest of the answer. The answer is non-objective. Your very existence, the nature of your consciousness, is the answer. Determine within yourself what the nature of your consciousness, your existence is. If this inquiry is thorough, deep, and constant, Brahman knows Brahman. The self reposes in itself and abides as the one reality without a second. If you suppose the self to be limited by some name and form, that is, by some conception or perception, how this is so will seem an enigma. But it will be self-evident if you inquire and determine what the self is, free of the least trace of misidentification. Bhagavan keeps telling us, you are the self. What is the self? It refers to your existence, but what is that? Trace your sense of identity inward and find. You are the self. Who is the you in that statement? You are the self he instructs. Who is the you that is the instructed? If you inquire deeply into this, the instruction will be well understood. If that is understood, there is the perfect fullness of immutable peace.